Okay. Assalamualaikum and good day to you too. My name is Ahmad Faizwan. And how about you two?
Okay, my name is Aisha Hira. So just
My name is Azraliana. Just call me Azura.
Oh, okay. So today we are going to discuss about what?
regarding two OSHA Act for factory and machinery and also OSHA 1990.
Yeah, true. Ain. That what is we going to discuss for today.
So which one we are going to discuss first? OSHA or FMA?
Maybe we go with OSHA first.
Oh, okay.
Are you okay
So
with that, Azura?
Yeah, I'm okay.
okay, okay, okay. So how? What? What is? What is OSHA? OSHA 1994.
Okay, based on my understanding lah.
Yeah.
OSHA 1994 has 67 sections, divided into 15 parts and appended with 3 schedules. The first 3 parts state the objects of the act and provide the infrastructure for appointment of officer and the National Council.
Oh.
How about you all?
Maybe I can explain details about the objectives of OSHA 1990.
Yes. Go on. Go on.
So this act is regarding secure the safety, health and welfare of person at work against safety or health arising out of the activity of person at work. It can also protect person at a place of work other than person at work against risk to safety or health arising the activities at work. Then it's also promote an occupational environment for person which is adapted to the physiological and physiological needs. We also provide the means whereby the associated occupational safety and health legislation will be progressively replaced by a system of regulation and improved in the scope by practice operating in combination with the provision of this act.
Oh. Is my line okay?
Yes, okay, okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, because my video is lagging here. So okay, we move on.
Yeah, little bit.
Okay.
Oh, okay. From my understanding,
Okay.
the OSHA contains 67 section, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's divided into 15 part with
Yeah.
3 schedule.
Yeah.
Hmm. So there's so many section there.
Mm.
Oh,
There's too many section. So I think what I'm more focused to section 15. Section 15, 16, 17, 19
Mm.
because it contains the employer's responsibilities are there. So
Okay.
it provide a workplace free from recognized hazard,
Mm.
provide training,
Mm.
keep records of injury and illness,
Mm.
and also provide medical exam.
Oh, I see.
Also, this section, if you fail to how do I say if you fail to conduct you will be sue or fine below than 50,000 ringgit.
Wow.
So
It's so many.
yeah, so that's why I focusing to this section because the money is quite high there is no money pandemic
Yeah.
Then what else?
Okay. I think I can interrupt you.
Yeah,
Other
yeah.
than employer's responsibility for the section 15 until 19, it also contain of not discriminate against worker who exercise their rights under the Act section 11 bracket C.
Oh,
Post other than that, post OSHA citations and abatement verification notice. And other than that, also provide and pay for PPE, personal protective equipment.
oh, okay.
So based on my understanding lah from the section.
Understand.
How about I?
Regarding OSHA, right?
Yes. Still regarding OSHA.
There's too many sections.
Actually, for OSHA Act itself, every company which have more than 10 workers should follow the act for any action regarding like injury or anything, because this is one of the what we call it as reference for legal action. If you claim it wearing maybe iron
Okay.
include with OSHA Act also. That's in my understanding. So every injury happen, it has section, right? So you can determine, okay, this injury in this section, so what should we do, what should the next process until it can help the workers itself lah.
So it
Not only
employers, right? Employers, not employees, right? Report.
it's actually
Both.
both employer and the employee at workplace. Any at workplace regarding workplace.
I thought only for the employers.
Oh no, this is regarding employees also.
Oh. You Azura, you understand not?
Yes, I understand.
Then there is Nayosh Dosh.
Yeah.
Nayosh Dosh. So it's for Nayosh National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health. So it carry out various training activities. Yeah.
Very important to have your permission before you enter the site plant, Petronas plant, or something regarding chemicals. Because during the NIOS itself, already explained to us regarding the hazard and safety incidents might happen down the road. This is one of the safety precautions for our staff. That's why we have to sit for exam. You have to pass the exam first.
First
If you
we
pass the exam, you consider as you didn't understand the NIOS processes, the NIOS safety process. You are not able to enter any plant, Petronas plant or gas plant and so on.
there is training, right, before exam.
Yeah, training about 2 days before the exam. Some company will sponsor their worker to take the exam, but some individual
I think it's quite expensive, right, to take the test.
about 250.
Oh, 250 only?
Yeah, 250.
Already.
Yeah. That's expensive for competent. Check.
Yeah.
Around 24,000.
Oh, okay.
Competent is just check for safety officer,
Oh, yeah.
engineer regarding safety. So for general worker, normally just check for 9 years exam.
Okay.
So as for the factory machine,
Okay, sure.
let's go to the Factories and Machinery Act
Okay.
1967. Short form FMA.
Sorry.
FMA Act.
Yeah, FMA.
So obviously, for Factory and Machinery Act, it is must use for any company or factory with the process with machine, any machine. It doesn't big or small machine. It also control of factory's operation with respect to safety, health and welfare purposes, and also registration and inspection of the machinery.
That is the parts of FMA.
The
Oh,
objective
Oh, the objective. Okay.
in order to maintain the machine, whether it's safe to use or not.
Okay.
so it actually same as OSHA but for machine.
Yeah,
Like
but
that.
for machine, more to machine.
Machine
For
using.
OSHA, for person,
Yeah.
FMA is depend more to factory, building and machine.
Okay. For my understanding, FMA 1967 divided into 6 parts. Is it right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
For part 1 is preliminary.
okay.
Part 2, safety, health and welfare. Part
Hmm.
3, persons in charge and certificates of competency. Part 4, notification of accidents, dangerous occur, and dangerous disease. Part 5, notice of occupation of factory and registration and use of machinery. Lastly is part 6 is general.
Oh, general. So I want to talk about part 2 lah, safety, health and welfare.
Oh, okay. It's
Because
interesting.
it says like the premise must be structural sound with safe access to work areas, material and good must be safely stepped. Section 10. So there is actually how many section I don't know. There's too many section.
Yeah.
So here it say that like the premise must be safe lah. The premise, the factory. So also machinery must be off sound construction and dangerous part must be fenced. The also the employees must not misuse safety and health equipment. So if they misuse any safety and health equipment, there also must be a penalty or fine. So it's actually same as the OSHA 1994, but I think maybe the penalty will be. Well, I don't exactly know the amount of the penalty. Maybe below 10,000. I think so lah.
So usually for safety and welfare, also area at it doesn't focus on machine. Part 2, safety, health and welfare for FMA. So the following provision relating safety shall be applied to foundation, floor, roof, and all over the factory, not focus on the machine only.
Oh,
So all floor, working level, platform, deck, stairways, passenger gangways, ladder shall be safe construction so as to prevent a risk of person falling and structurally sound so as to prevent risk of collapse, and shall be properly maintained and kept as far as reasonable practicable, free from any loose material and non-slippery condition. So uh, overall of the factory should be apply this part safety, health and welfare, not for the machine. Because worker not only use the layout area and working
yeah,
area only.
yeah.
So regarding maybe the hazards danger come from roof,
Uh,
slippery floor, not from the machines
yeah.
only.
And to the environment lah.
Yeah,
Environment itself also
surrounding.
dangerous lah.
Mm-mm.
Ayah, Azura.
Relax.
Okay, so should we
So maybe I
continue?
yeah, I will continue a little bit from part 3, person in charge
Yeah,
and
yeah.
certificates. Are you okay, Azra? You can hear?
You
I'm
can.
okay.
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So I will continue with part 3.
Okay.
Person in charge and certificate of competency. This one, certificate of competency, the expensive one, Azura said just now.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
for this part is explain no person shall be employed at any machine or any process, being a machine or process labor to cause bodily injury unless the person itself has been fully instructed as to the dangers likely to arise the connection, therewith the precaution to be observed, and has received sufficient instruction in work
Oh.
in the machine or process such as SOP before handling, how to handling, okay, and under
So the
adequate supervision by person who has knowledge and experience about the machine of process.
Yeah, Azura, continue.
Okay, Nazra?
Do you have anything to say?
can you listen me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the person in
Oh,
Okay.
Azura.
Okay. Oh,
Wait for Azura
so yeah.
first.
Wait.
charge.
No in charge.
Hello.
You know?
Azura.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Okay, so
Clear.
sorry.
Mhm.
So the person in charge must have the certificate lah for conduct.
Yup, but not compulsory. Maybe the person in charge should be fully trained to conduct the machine or process itself.
Okay.
So they can operate the machine without read the SOP one by one every time want to start the process of machine.
Okay.
So this is for young person. Young person here refer to new worker. So but no young person shall carry out work involving the or attendance or prior mixture of any machinery in order to prevent anything happen regarding the risk to the person. So it should be duty to owner or occupier to ensure the subjection.
Oh, okay.
And also, maybe for certain factories, not a big factory. So regarding family, yeah, family. Sometimes a few companies just let some documentation or management is done by their maybe relative, which is young person, um, lower than below 18 years old, without receiving a course of instruction at government technical school or other educational institution. There is very restrict.
Hmm.
So, an inspector may require an owner or occupier to make suitable and effective arrangement to prevent the ingress of young person into premises, uh, whether family or or relative. So it should be cannot allow in the premise during work hour. Azura?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Okay, maybe I just want to interrupt about part 5, notice of occupation of factory and registration and use of machinery.
Part 5.
Part 5. So notify Department of Occupational Safety and Health, DOSH. Just like you say just now, Ain.
Yeah.
Within 3 months of the intended start date, Section 34, operation of factory. Building. The second one is building operations must be notified if lasts more than 6 weeks. According to Section 35, building operations or works of engineering constructions.
Okay.
Other than that, changes to the use of factory or machinery must be notified by DOSH. The machine in some company must be notified by DOSH before using or changing anything.
Hmm.
So it cannot be danger to the employer lah.
Okay.
Employer or
Okay.
employee?
Employee, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Okay, then fills a standard form together with layout plan of the factory, list of products to be manufactured, what is the outcome of the company, list of machines to be used in the company, list of chemicals, toxic or flammable substance to be used, detailed flowchart of the process must be known by the DOSH lah before running anything.
Hmm.
Oh. So far is one.
Yeah.
What can you add for part 6 in general?
Oh, what can I add?
Mm-mm. Yes.
What can I add? So as for the part 6 general, there is penalty. I always talk about penalty.
Penalty, yeah. You always talk about money.
Yeah, my priority is money. So about all act,
Yeah.
OSH Act, FMA Act, money.
Money.
So as for part 6, the general penalty is 2,000 ringgit. So
Ringgit.
also there is a certain section which is the penalty is 5,000 ringgit lah. So as for the section,
This is a different amount for different section.
yeah. So the 5,000 ringgit is for section 51.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2,000 ringgit is for the general lah, general section, general penalty. So also power to modify agreement. So the owner may apply to the High Court for the term of the agreement to be set aside or modified, which is this is in section 53. Yeah. So as for the section 57, the medical supervision. So case of illness have occurred which he has reason to believe may be due to nature of the process or other condition of work. Yeah, understand?
Okay. Yes.
And then there
Medical
may
supervision.
yeah, then there may be risk of
Okay.
injury to the health of person employed in any process or person below the age of 18 years.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I want to, how should we conclude?
Okay, sure, maybe.
So okay, what's your finding about these two acts between OSHA Act
So,
and FMA? Ain.
can I start?
Yeah, yeah.
So in my opinion, whenever we refer to any workstation or factory, both OSHA Act and FMA Act is very important to maintain and sustain the safety of employee and employers at workplace and the condition to inside the machinery and factory itself. So in FMA, for FMA only cover all in the manufacturing, mining, quarrying, work of engineering and construction, and only cover 24% of the manpower because this FMA is obviously focus more on factory and machine. So for OSHA 1994, this act cover all economic activities and government except armed forces and seafarers. So it cover 90% of the manpower. So from this scope also we can OSHA and FMA need each other. These two acts need to be combined to maintain and sustain the environment at workplace and worker at the same time.
Hmm.
So Azura, maybe you want to add some
Okay.
information?
Okay. For me, what can I conclude is for FMA 1967 is focused on control of factories and machinery. But for OSHA 1994 is a more to safeguard health and welfare of employees and those at the workplace of work. For example, visitors, contractors, and others lah. Such as boss also can get the same safeguard. So for FMA 1967 also registration and inspection of machines. It is more to machines. And it's less provision for help. It is only for machine, for anything in the building.
Okay.
That's all that I can conclude. So for Ahmad Faizwan,
Same as you too. Because
same with you.
as for my understanding from this discussion lah, as we can conclude, so the FMA 1967, like it's been said lah, machine. So it's for machine. So it's cover mostly on machine than the manpower.
Yeah.
So these two should be combined together, then it can make a great boof. A great how do I say a great combination lah, because you have one act for the manpower, which is the worker, and you have an act for the machine. So when you combine, you get a whole package lah. You can cover all aspect.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all for our
Okay, that's
discussion.
all.
Thank you for your sharing, for your time.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you.
Thank
Okay,
you, Ain.
bye.
Bye.
Assalamualaikum.
Bye.